Hey everyone, my name is Royziv, and in today's video I'm going to teach you note by note how to play the solo I added to The Weeknd's Blinding Lights. Let's check it out. Alright, so this whole solo takes place in the key of C minor, and we're going to be using the pentatonic scale as well as the C minor hexatonic scale. If you're not familiar with the hexatonic scale, it's very simple. All we're doing is we're taking the pentatonic scale and we're adding one extra note in all the octaves. So instead of this, you now get this. There's the extra note. Okay. If you're interested in learning more about the hexatonic scale, I actually have a 3-part masterclass on the hexatonic scale. I'm going to attach a link to that below the video. Okay, so the solo starts over a 2-bar break at the end of the chorus. So in the song he goes, I can't sleep until I feel your touch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those 2 bars where there's no vocals is where I want to insert my guitar when I'm starting off a solo, especially when I have a little break like that. Instead of keeping it empty and starting on the one of the next bar, I want to make use of that little break and just give it more energy and motion. And I do that with a really big ascending run that leads up to a really big bend. So basically the first leg goes like this. It starts off with a muted slide on the first beat. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hammer on 8 to 10 on the A and D strings with 2 downstrokes. So that's down, hammer, down, hammer. On the G string, I'm going to do a hammer on pull off on 7 to 8. And then resolve down to 10 and 8 on the D. So altogether I get this. Okay, now I'm gonna take that idea and I'm gonna repeat it on the next few strings, but a little bit differently. So from there, I'm just gonna alternate pick all the way up to the B string, to the 8th fret of the B string, and I'm gonna repeat that hammer on pull off sequence. So far I have this. Okay, from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send up the scale 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm gonna move down to the 9th fret of the B string and ascend up 4 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna go to the 11th fret of the B string and I'm gonna ascend up 3 notes, 1, 2, 3. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then in the next bar is when the actual solo starts with a big bend on the 11th fret. So altogether I have this. A little faster. And a little slower. All right, leg 2 goes like this. Very simple. All I'm doing is bending on the 11th. So that I can hit the same note that The Weeknd is hitting when he sings the actual song. Right? I'm always trying to hint at the melody of the song in my solos. Hint at it, sometimes play it, sometimes embellish it. And sometimes it's very obvious and sometimes it's very subtle. In this case right here, all I'm doing is hitting that first note. And then from there, I'm changing the melody a little bit. Okay, so all I'm doing after that bend, I'm bending on the 11, releasing, then I'm gonna hit 10 and 11 on the E strings, and then do these tight hammer-ons from 10 to 13, and then 13 to 15. Just to give it a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more interesting instead of going, that's what it would be without those hammer-ons. So that's the reason for those. I do these with my 3rd finger, and then with my pinky. And I do that so that my first finger has time to go to that 13th fret on the B string. So I bend with my third finger here, and then I shift everything forward, bring my first finger, second finger, and then hammer on with my third, hammer on with my pinky. So all together slow. And a little quicker. And if we put that second lick with the first lick, you'll have this. All right, lick 3 goes like this. Now all I'm trying to do here is copy the exact same melody I started with, this one. But I'm gonna add a bunch of phrasing techniques to make it sound a little bit more interesting. The initial melody goes like this. Well, that's very, very boring. So what I'm gonna try to do, and I do this every time I have to hit the same note a few times in a melody, I'm gonna try and approach each note in a different way, just to keep it more interesting. So the first note, I'm gonna bend to it. The second note, I hit the actual note. And the third one, I slide. So I'm using every trick in the book. I bend, hit the actual note, and slide into it. So all together I get. So all I'm doing here is I'm bending, hitting the note, sliding, hitting the note, sliding, and then doing a little hammer-on pull-off thing. Like that. So all together you get this. Okay, from here I'm just gonna hammer on 16 to 18, hit 13, and then hammer on 13 to 15 on the E, and then resolve. So all together you get. One more time. Let's put that with the lick before it. Cool. Lick 4 goes like this. All right, now this part also hints at the main melody of the song for just a brief moment. And I do this just to help the solo kind of gel with the actual song so it doesn't sound completely out of place. I know I'm shredding over a pop song, so it's already out of place. But just, you know, just to make it fit a little bit better. So all I'm doing is I hit the 15th fret on the G, then I'm gonna jump to the octave of that on the E, but I'm gonna slide into it. Then I'm just gonna descend down the scale. And when I reach the 18th fret of the B string, I'm just gonna slide back and forth between the 18th and 19th fret. Now I aim for 2 times. Sometimes I do it 3 times. Sometimes longer if I'm playing it slow. Basically, I'm just trying to fill in that rhythmic space. And to do that, I'm just kind of shaking. I'm shaking my entire hand back and forth. Sometimes I mess up. Sometimes I might go over. Sometimes I'll only get 1. Sometimes I won't even be able to slide. My finger will kind of get stuck like that, and I'll just end up kind of shaking the note. But basically what I'm trying to do is just go back and forth between that. So I'm going, I think that was like 3 times. I don't know, it's so fast I can't really. I messed up there. Yeah, I aim for about like 2 or 3 times. Just to fill in that kind of space. From there I'm just kind of resolving down the scale. So let me play a little bit slower. Cool. All right, lick 5 is a long lick, so I'm going to be breaking it down into 2 parts, but the whole lick goes like this. Okay, so that first half starts off by sliding with the pinky finger from the 18 to the 20th fret. Then I'm going to pull off all the way down to the 15, and I do that all with 1 pick stroke. So slide, pull, pull. And then from here, I'm gonna go back between these 2 notes and then slide into the 20th fret on the B string and then continue up the scale. When I reach the 20th fret of the E string, I'm gonna slide up all the way to the 22nd fret, the last fret on my guitar. And I'm gonna do just a half bend. And all that is with 1 pick. Okay, so all together I get this. One more time. Can you guys see that? A little slower. Slide, pull, pull, pick, pick, slide, pick, slide, and kind of bend all at the same time. A little faster. Okay, this is a continuation of the previous lick, and it goes like this. It's actually very simple. All we're doing is we're bending and releasing on the 20th fret, and then I'm just moving down the pentatonic scale in a very simple pattern until I reach the 15th fret of the B. I'm shifting positions here, so I'm kind of stretching my first finger to get to that 15th fret. Okay. Once I reach the 15th fret of the B, I'm going to do a quick hammer-on pull-off thing that I always do. That thing. And then I'm just going to ascend all the way up the scale until I reach the 15th fret of the E string. So I have... That little part is very simple. I'm just doing that hammer-on pull-off. And then alternate pick everything, starting with the downstroke. So down, hammer-on, pull-off, down, 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 up. So I'm going to play the first part of part 5 and the second part of part 5 a little bit slower. It goes like this. All right, so this is the second half of the solo now. And for this section, I just wanted everything to kind of explode and have non-stop notes played over and over, something that really fit over the chords. And then I wanted to add harmonies over that. So the part I came up with goes like this. All right, so here's how it goes. It actually sounds a lot more difficult than it actually is. All I'm doing is picking the 16th and 15th frets on the E and B string back and forth, but the first pick is always pulled off. Pick, pull off, pick, 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 pull off, pick, 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 pull off, pick, 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 pick. Just like that. Great exercise, by the way. Just practice that for your picking. Left hand, actually it doesn't really do much for the left hand, but great exercise for the right hand. Add notes. So it's something I do all the time. It's easy. So I play that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th time, I'm gonna continue down and up the hexatonic scale until I reach the 11th fret, or sorry, 13th fret of the E strings. So all together slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I descend and ascend up that scale, that's all full alternate picking, nothing else. But again, I'm always starting with that pull off at the beginning, just to help give me a little bit of, I guess, momentum when I'm kind of descending down the scale. Oops. All right, so this is a continuation of the previous lick, and it goes like this. Something like that, I think. I think I got that right. Might have done it too many times or not enough times. But basically, the picking motion is exactly the same as before. I'm just hitting different notes because the chords changed, and I need to kind of match those chords. So instead of these notes, I'm now playing these notes. And all we're doing here is I'm 15, 13, 16, and 13. So I'm going to play that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hammer on and pull off from 15 to 18, pull off to 15 and pull to 13. I do that all with 1 pick. And then I'm gonna resolve down, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the B string. Now all these notes I'm hitting here, and continuing down, that's all just notes from the pentatonic scale. I guess extended pentatonics in the key of C minor. So I'm going pick, 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 hammer, pull, pull, and then I'm just resolving down the scale. So if I put the first lick and the second lick together, or the first half of this lick, the second half of this lick together, it goes like this. Messed up there, but you get the point. All right, so if you're having trouble playing that little part right there because it's just too fast for you or you just can't keep up, you can check out my brand new speed building course called the Guitar Speed Builder, and I'll attach a link to that below. And it's basically just gonna help take your alternate picking speed to a whole other level. And I've recently gotten a lot of messages from people that bought the course telling me that they're finally able to play the solos that they've never been able to play before. So yeah, I'll attach a link to that below, and hopefully it'll help you out. All right, so lick 7 is the ending of the solo, and it basically just closes off the entire thing. It goes like this. All right, so we're gonna start off with the 8th fret with my first finger on the G string, and then I'm gonna slide into the 12th fret with my second finger, and then continue up 11, 13, 11, and then go back down. So I got, okay, that's first finger, slide. You can also slide with your third finger, it won't matter. I like to slide with my second, so it kind of sets everything up, kind of switching positions. And then from here, I'm gonna slide into the 15th fret from the 11, and I'm gonna pull off. This is all with one pick. So pick, slide, pull, pull. So I'm pulling from 15, 14 to 13, and then resolving that on the 16th fret of the B, then sliding from the 16 to the 18 on the E, and then basically I'm just gonna descend down a Phrygian scale, but my first 3 notes are gonna be pulled off. So it's pull off, pick, 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 pick. So all together I get slide, pull, pull, pick, slide, pull, pull, pick, 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 pick. One more time in rhythm. A little faster. All right, the final lick of the solo goes like this. All right, so all I'm doing here is after I hit these first 3 notes, and I hit the first 3 notes there because I'm just following the vocals, I'm following what he's singing, I'm gonna start by hammering and pulling off 12, 13, 15, 13, 12, up and down. And everything else with one pick. And basically everything else from there is gonna be completely alternate picked, and it's gonna be 2 note per strings. Until I reach the 15th fret. Now, all the notes that I'm hitting here is just hexatonic scale. And again, like I said earlier, if you wanna learn more about the hexatonic scale, I have a 3-part masterclass on the hexatonic scale, and I'm gonna include a link to that below the video. So, hammer on, pull off, pick, 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 pick. Once I reach that 15th fret on the E, I'm gonna slide up all the way to 18 and then bend. So all that happens with one pick. Okay, and that thing in the song, I don't remember exactly my picking sequence there, but I think I'm just kind of picking it 3 times while bending up. So a little bit slower, you get 1, 2. Just like that, a little bit faster. All right, so that's the entire solos. And if you guys enjoyed this solo, if you guys enjoyed these lessons, don't forget that I also have 13 more pop song guitar solos where I, play a solo over a pop song, and that's ranging from Justin Bieber, Maroon 5, Bruno Mars, and a bunch of other ones. And I have a course that teaches you how to play every single one of those solos. So I'm just gonna play the promo video for that right now, and if you're interested in checking that out, I'll attach the link to that below. Thanks for checking out this lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. What's up, guys? So remember all those pop song guitar solo videos I posted? Well, I finally transcribed every single one of those for you. Altogether, there's 13 solos, and to make it a lot easier for you to learn, I've broken down each solo into short, easy to follow bite-sized licks. So instead of struggling through the entire solo in one lesson, you can learn it step by step, which will completely speed up the process of learning the entire thing. Altogether, there's over 80 licks for you to learn, and I play each lick at both normal speed, as as well as 50% slower. I've also included the backing tracks so you can play along with each solo, as well as slowed down versions of the backing tracks so you can take your time and practice at your own pace. So if you're looking to add some melody and cool licks to your improv and solos, you can stream this course right now at Royzivmusic.com.